everyone, and welcome to this episode of Steve's Horse Show. Today, Steve's Horse Show is talking about dogs in relation to horses. Angel Soriano. Angel, when it comes to dog training, you are the authority in Northwest Oklahoma.
Thank you.
On Northwest Expressway in a
in that
500-yard radius.
In that block, we are the experts.
So today I wanted to talk to you about, obviously with Steve's Horse Show, I wanted to talk to you about dogs in relation to horses. And the statistic, I think, if I remember it correctly, is like 89% of horse owners have a dog. It's
amazing.
You know, it's
amazing.
The majority of people that have horses, you know, maybe either started with a dog or, you know, got a dog because they have a lot of land and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about horses in relation to dogs. And when you think about horse in relation to dogs, there's a lot of problems that can come up. You probably know of the problems more than I do of what people ask and things like that. But the number one thing I think of is if you have a dog that constantly chases a horse or something like that, give us some tips and some practical advice around that.
Yeah. It's all about training, Steve. It's all about conditioning the animal. And ideally, it would be great to start with a puppy, right?
Right.
Because you can condition the right way from day one. Now, if we adopt and we bring in an older dog, then you're going to have a
Old dog new tricks.
Well, it just takes longer, right? Especially if you bring a dog that has been used to chasing chickens and chasing rabbits, and now you bring it into a farm environment, and guess what?
These are my pets. These are not.
Yeah. How does this dog understand that? Hey, don't eat my meal, right? This is my chicken. So it takes time, but let's assume you start with a puppy for this discussion, right? Okay. It's really about conditioning, and you do it with a leash. You can use a 20, 30, 40-foot leash, and you start conditioning the dog to leave the horse alone. And you basically introduce it to the horse. A good horse will accept other pets. So you can bring it into its environment. You later put it on the ground, and you have them sniff, etc., etc. Don't start with that horse that will probably kick it.
That would be quick training.
It would be very quick training. You don't have to do any more training after that. So don't start with that
This one's bulletproof.
Yeah. So introduce it to the right horse, do it slowly, and then start giving it more and more leash as you walk away. Basically, be 10-foot, 30-foot leash control. And the reason is if the dog starts barking or whatever and you interrupt that behavior, make sure you reward the right behavior, right? Because if you interrupt it, the dog will shut up, will be confused, right? They may even look back like, I'm supposed to chase this, what's the matter with you, right? Gotcha. Interrupt the behavior, and then immediately after that, reward the right behavior, which is going to be mouth shut and sniffing or whatever they're doing.
Right. Do
this repeatedly as a puppy. Man, it takes a couple of weeks and you'll have a dog that accepts this horse as another dog, just a bigger one, right? Gotcha. And we're fine. Now, they may even, run around together. That's not necessarily a chase. A chase is when that dog is chasing, trying to bite the hoofs.
Right.
That goes ugly really quick. Usually the horse wins. Okay? So you cannot...
Strictly on weight.
Advantage. Weight alone, right? I don't know about IQ because I'm not a horse person, so I don't want to offend anybody. But as far as weight alone, you end up getting kicked.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's going to hurt.
At least a vet visit.
It's going to be an ugly visit. So, and you hope that that's what it is and not something worse.
Right.
The horse could do a lot of damage. So that's step one, right? Just start introducing them. Now, I'll add, if you adopt and you bring in a 2-year-old, 3-year-old that has those problems, man, you're in for a long route. I offer people, look, consult a professional that's going to come out and do this because it's going to take a long time to do it. And sometimes you can't break them.
Gotcha.
You cannot change that behavior. If it's such a predatory behavior that... Yeah. That
you see that with a certain breed, like a protective breed or anything like that, that's trying to protect you? Or is it just...
I see it with any breed that by design has got high prey drive. Okay.
Gotcha.
This little one here has no prey drive.
Right.
I don't think she would chase anything, right? Now they play with the other dogs, etc. But the point is, you get into a German Shepherd that has predatory drive. Some German Shepherds don't. Right. You get into a hunting breed of any sort, lab, that has predatory drive. And if If it's a 2-3-year-old, that's every likelihood they're going to get on the run. They're going
Right.
to start chasing whatever moves.
Right.
Now, if you use the right horse for the training, that also helps.
Yeah.
If you have a horse that is indifferent, right, could not care,
It makes it not as fun.
it doesn't make it as fun, and all of a sudden this dog has no reason to chase you.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
this is Kimber.
Denver? And
So if you put names underneath, this is Kimber.
share her on my Facebook page. We can tag her.